There's no doubt life in the digital age has a lot of conveniences, but it also has one irritating constant, those pesky passwords.
That's right. We all have them. We all forget them from time to time. Well, tonight, Target 8 investigator Susan Samples wanted to know, how do the pros track their own passwords? And she joins us live in studio.
Brian and Marley, if you're constantly resetting passwords because you forgot where you scribbled them down, don't despair. There is a better way. To find out what that is, I sat down with two IT professionals who shared their secrets to cracking the password puzzle. Those passwords, your online lifelines, could put more than your sanity at risk these days.
We've got some really scary stuff out there.
From giant corporate hacks like Anthem, Home Depot, Target, to smaller scale identity theft.
Unfortunately, no one's immune.
Long gone are the days where you can put the password on a Post-it note.
So where do you put them? We'll get to that in a second. First, meet our cyber guides.
When you think about our online lives today,
Andy Serwich is a senior engineer at Trivalent Group, an IT service provider.
just the number of accounts that we have to manage and work with today has become staggering.
How many passwords do you have? John Klein is the head of the IT department at Grand Valley State University.
I have many dozens.
We'll start with a quick primer on password creation.
What we found in the industry is longer is better.
The longer the password, the more difficult it is to crack.
You need length.
10, 12, 16, 18 characters.
In fact, consider it not a password, but a passphrase. To illustrate that point, Serwich had me check out a website known as Haystack, where you can put in your password and find out how long it would take a hacker to crack it. So I put in password and learned that it would take hackers all of 2.17 seconds to crack that. But if I turn it into a phrase, like passwords are a pain, the amount of time it would take a hacker to crack that jumps to 3.75 thousand centuries.
One of the best rules on passwords is don't use passwords you can just pull out of the dictionary.
Of course, don't forget at least one digit, a special character, and upper and lowercase letters. And they want you to use different passwords for everything, every time. Which brings us back to, how am I possibly supposed to remember all these unique, random, long passwords?
Right.
Enter the password manager. It's what experts use, and they recommend it for the rest of us too.
Think of it like a bank vault, right? That contains all of your passwords.
Programs like LastPass, Dashlane, and 1Password create random, super secure passwords for you and store them. To access them, you enter just one master password.
So, I mean, every major mobile platform, they actually have a mobile app for.
Some password managers use two-factor authentication.
The whole concept is I need two things to get to my information. One is something I know, like my password is something I know, right? Or the second step is something I have, either a thumbprint.
Increasingly, computers are coming with fingerprint scanners. Still, you have to wonder, is it smart to have all your passwords in one place? Klein and Serwich say yes.
You don't hear about the LastPasses of the world being breached like you do the retail companies and insurance providers, because security is what they do.
Password managers encrypt your password database and give you the only key to it. The companies themselves don't even have the key, so if their servers do get hacked, the bad guys can't decrypt your passwords. Of course, Brian and Marley, the key is making that master password airtight, like 11 characters or more, phrases, random, numbers, symbols.
And don't forget it.
And don't forget it. Write it down
Exactly.
and put it in a safe in your house.
Well, I do know that one of those security things is I always have to change my password from time to time.
Right.
It pops up. Are you still going to have to do that?
Yes. That's the one other thing. Yeah, change it every 3 months. That's what the experts are like. I'm like, oh my gosh, my to-do list.
Right.
So change it every 3 months, but it's just that one master password, right?
Okay.
If you do it that way, go with the password manager.
It'd save you lots. All right.
Problem solved.
Right. They say.
Thank you, Susan.